down than the Texans. Dallas fans will welcome the return of Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliott next weekend after totaling just 3 field goals in their last 2 preseason games. Cowboys open the season September 9th against the Panthers. Even though many, if not all, for his new contract all summer long. Stay tuned and we'll return in just a moment.
Time, and they just do the one show and tape and be done.
Now, your first weather.
And welcome back, everyone. Temperatures into the 80s here today. We've been seeing temperatures actually holding in the mid to upper 80s through much of our Friday, our last day of August. And these temperatures are feeling more like August across our area. Had a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms across the area as well late this afternoon. Now you can see, though, on the latest radar, all that rain really came to an end. So any of the football games that are out there late this afternoon or into the evening hours for your high schoolers are actually turned out to be pretty good. A little warm, as those temperatures on the field are probably in the mid to upper 80s at the kickoff time. And looks like we'll keep these chances of rain in our forecast on Saturday. This front's going to kind of hang around the area for a couple days. And as it hangs around, then we just have some isolated chances of rain for Saturday and more isolated chances on Sunday as well. High temperatures today, though, upper 80s to near 90. 92 degrees a high down in Searcy, 87 in Paragould and Walnut Ridge, 88 degrees in Corning, 87 here in Jonesboro, 89. The high temperature in West Memphis. So for your Saturday, looking pretty good. Partly to mostly sunny skies. Another warm one, upper 80s expected for high temperatures. About 89 degrees, south-southeast winds, around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now our game day forecast, of course, a big game going on in Arkansas State for Saturday night. And right now looking like we're seeing pretty nice weather for the start of that game. Mostly sunny skies. Around 6 o'clock in the evening, 85 degrees, a warm one as you get ready for the first day of September. And we'll talk more about the warm and humid weather as we head through the next couple of days with your full forecast. But first, your local news starts now.
Northeast Arkansas News is brought to you by Glenn Sain.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for your Northeast Arkansas Late News. I'm Josh Egbert.
And I'm Meredith Mitchell. Hundreds are headed to Lake Charles this Labor Day weekend to cash in on the last major camp weekend before fall is underway.
Northeast Arkansas' Simone Jamison has more on this year's lineup of activities and what you can expect during your visit.
Lake Charles State Park is at full capacity for the Labor Day weekend. Elizabeth Sumner and her husband traveled from Memphis to book one of 58 campsites.
The campsites here are great. They're not real close together, so even when they're all filled, you have a lot of space.
Kim Fisher and friends are glamping. They booked their campsite 6 months ago.
We are trying to visit all the state parks in Arkansas, and so Lake Charles was on our list. We have a little boat back here, so the guys are going to try to do some fishing this weekend.
Lake Charles visitors have access to walking trails, kayak and barge tours, and a public beach. Also, throw in the opportunity to learn about Arkansas wildlife.
I'll have programs about reptiles and mammals, amphibians, insects, and then I also like to offer programs about how to take care of the environment.
Holiday crowds can often make park maintenance challenging.
Staff expect 200 or more people to come here to Lake Charles Swim Beach, but they also say that more people can bring more mess. Assistant Superintendent Megan Moore stresses the importance of community involvement in helping to keep Lake Charles clean.
We get out on the trails, we like to get kayaks out on the water, clean up the beaches and the coves. It's a big effort. We just want to make our park more beautiful.
It helps build memories and friendships for veteran campers and those visiting Lake Charles for the first time.
Your fellow campers are helpful and friendly and always ready to make me friends.
For Northeast Arkansas News, I'm Simone Jameson.
Staff will host the Great Arkansas Cleanup on September 15th to help maintain the campgrounds.
You may be noticing less ads and signs than usual along the streets. That's because Jonesboro city officials are strictly enforcing a sign ordinance. The city sign ordinance limits the size and types of signs that can be displayed along streets and in certain commercial areas. Business owners that display signage are required to get a permit from Jonesboro's planning department. Interim COO Roy Orkert says that the city officials are seeing more commercial sign violations. Signage is prohibited from obstructing traffic, blocking right-of-ways, or being just too close together. Orkert says enforcing the sign ordinance is not only a matter of ensuring safety, but also beautification.
The city of Jonesboro is a beautiful city, and we want to keep it that way. And some commercial signs certainly add to the type of city we have, but an overuse of signs can also detract from it.
The city says they will work with business owners to get them in compliance. Orkert says a meeting to review the existing sign ordinance will take place in just a few months.
An old college campus in Paragould is turning into a hospital clinic.
Northeast Arkansas's Alexis Padilla tells us how Arkansas Methodist Medical Center is expanding.
More space, more doctors means that we enlarge our capability of providing to more patients here in this community.
Dr. Tasha Starks is thrilled to be breaking ground on what will soon be her new office. Arkansas Methodist Medical Center in Paragould is expanding. AMMC bought the new piece of land right next to their campus where Arkansas Northeastern College used to be. They are using the land to build a new family practice and urgent care clinic. As you can see right behind me, construction for AMMC's newest facility has already began. The project is expected to be complete by next summer. Once it's up and running, they're hoping to fill it with local physicians that are from here in Northeast Arkansas.
We have 3 brand new family practice doctors that have committed to coming to Paragould to practice medicine, and so they will start their careers here in town. And it's exciting to see people with local ties, local family commit to coming back to practice.
As the region continues to grow, so do the needs of the local communities. AMMC is hoping that their new office will help meet that need. Dr. Starks says she's just happy she will be able to serve more families.
I not only get a chance or an opportunity to take care of just a patient, normally I get those people's family members and their friends, and so it is truly a sense of community when you're able to take care of multiple generations, and so just enlarging the space, of course, allows us to do that.
For Northeast Arkansas News, I'm Alexis Padilla.
As the November midterm election approaches, campaign ads are running more frequent. The Arkansas Department of Transportation Commission realized some ads for the casino support group Driving Arkansas Forward were implying that the vote for casinos would lead to better roads. Well, RDOT wants people to know that's not necessarily true. As the amendment is written, it says 55% of the revenue collected from casinos will be given to the Arkansas General Fund, which could eventually be used for roads. However, that is not guaranteed.
The campaign demonstrates that it would be a very direct path to improve roads in Arkansas. It's possible that it could result in that, but it doesn't, that path is not demanded by the current issue. And so we just want folks to be very aware that, it is a little bit of a separation issue there.
And RDOT wants to clarify that they are neutral on that casino amendment.
We're just weeks away from deer season, and doctors have a warning for those hunters getting prepared. There's a lot of manual labor involved in getting the deer stand ready.
Yeah, right now lots of people are clearing out brush and laying feed, and many will be out this Labor Day weekend.
As Michael Aaron reports, doctors at Arkansas Heart Hospital say as a result of all that manual labor, they see new patients coming in this time of year with chest pain and heart attacks.
I love to hunt.
Whether it's dove, duck, or deer.
Should be a real good season for deer.
Ivan Wilson loves to hunt it.
A lot of hunters. There's a lot of hunters out. Yeah, it's a favorite pastime.
Bow season for deer starts September 22nd.
We put out different kinds of food blocks.
Which means Wilson is out for hours at a time right now to get his land near Clinton prepared.
But we also had to get out and kind of trim the trees, take the chainsaw and the tree trimmer and trim some shooting lanes and a place to hunt so we can see and make good shots.
It's a lot of work Wilson is used to, but doctors at Arkansas Heart Hospital say it can become dangerous for those who aren't as active.
A lot of patients are living a pretty inactive lifestyle, And then, you know, the weather's getting nice. Patients are starting to go out and exert themselves, do things like putting up deer stands, things like that puts a lot more stress on their body than they're used to.
Dr. Peyton Card says the hospital sees some of those people coming in with heart attacks and other cardiac symptoms.
If you're having any symptoms like chest pain, new shortness of breath, lightheadedness, feeling palpitations, anything like that, don't write it off as, you know, nothing or reflux or anything like that. Go get it checked out.
Because he says getting the kill is not worth losing your own life.
We try to be as safe as possible. I encourage you, if you're not a hunter, to get out and enjoy the outdoors.
Dr. Card suggests going out in the woods in groups. He also says if you're a member of a camp, it's a good idea to have several members get certified in CPR.
Well, Disneyland is always a pretty happy place for children, but now it might be a little bit happier for us adults. Starting next year, the California theme park will begin serving alcohol for the first time since opening back in 1955. That booze will be available at Olga's Cantina at Disneyland's new Star Wars land. Olga's Cantina will feature exotic drinks and music, all in keeping with the Star Wars theme. Adults will, though, have to keep their alcohol in their cantina.
Music mogul DJ Khaled setting his sights on a new venture, furniture. The 42-year-old producer announcing his launch of the new furniture line, We the Best Homes. It's now available for purchase on goldition.com. The Luxe line features gilded home decor and accessories from gold couches to lions and even a Kingdom of Khaled throne chair. And for $2,500, that can be yours.
Well, if you're happy and you know it, so will a goat. Researchers studied 20 goats that were shown pairs of images of the same person's face with happy or angry expressions. Goats were more likely to interact with the happy images. They would approach them and explore them with their snouts. This was particularly true when the happy faces were placed on the right of the test, suggesting the goats use their left hemisphere of their brains to process positive emotions. Study authors say the results have important implications for how we interact with other species because it shows the ability of animals to perceive human emotions might be widespread. We have a study for everything.
It
Now,
also
goats
helps
and
when you have
emotions.
snacks, too. Saw someone using that.
Very true.
Well, still ahead tonight on Northeast Arkansas News, Senator John McCain lies in state at the U.S. Capitol today.
The day of viewing follows a memorial service in his home state of Arizona, followed by another memorial service in Washington, D.C. tomorrow.
We had a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms late this afternoon. Picked up about 2/10 of an inch of rain here in Jonesboro. Most of the activity got out of here, though, relatively early. Did make it in the upper 80s once again. 87 our high temperature, just 1 degree below our normal for this time of year. But more warm and humid weather in the forecast for the first couple days of September. We'll talk about it when we come back.